Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't yet, please make sure that you subscribe. So today's video is going to be a little different. It's something that I have never really done before. If you have checked out my other videos or followed me on my socials, then you know I'm expecting a baby. And one thing that a lot of pregnant women always, I won't say worry about, but is on their mind is their growing, stretching bellies, and you know, your skin changes, everything changes. I researched a lot of different belly butters that I could use not only to prevent stretch marks, because as you may or may not know, stretch marks are extremely reliant upon your genetics. You're either gonna get them or you're not. Knowing that, I at least want to keep my stomach very moisturized because it is growing, it is stretching, it's starting to itch. If there's anything that I can do to try to prevent stretch marks, then I'll do it. But most of all, keeping it very moisturized with all of the changes and with how much it's growing. Thus far, I've been using bio oil, which I love bio oil. I've read that it's a pregnant woman's holy grail, and it's been doing really great so far. I love it. But I want something a little more moisturizing because now I'm noticing that my arms are starting to get a little drier. And I just want something that I can put all over my body, but especially my belly. So I still will continue to use the bio oil, but I want something that I can use as like a base, something that I can use like right out of the shower, whenever I think about it. So I researched a lot of different belly butters and a lot of different oils, but after reading the ingredients, I noticed that a lot of them had very similar ingredients. So I figured I love to make stuff. I love, you know, all things natural. So I decided, why don't I just try to make my own belly butter? So I ordered some of the ingredients that I found in a lot of the creams and butters that I saw. Today I'm making an organic whipped cocoa shea butter. The ingredients that I will be using for this is 100% organic shea butter, raw and unrefined. It says nourishing butter for face and body. By the way, I found all of this stuff on Amazon. 100% organic, unrefined raw cocoa butter. And it says moisturizing butter for skin DIY projects. These two products are by Sky Organics. 100% jojoba oil by the Now Solutions brand. 100% vitamin E oil. And I have a bunch of essential oils for my diffuser. So I just decided to grab some lavender oil. Also for this video, to make this butter, I have a mason jar that I will be keeping it in for now. I have a large glass bowl that I will be mixing everything in, as well as an electric mixer, which I hope doesn't get too messy. I also have like a little spatula that came with the mixer just to, you know, stir everything up. So without further ado, let's get started on this. I did screenshot one little thing that I found on Pinterest that said to use more shea butter than cocoa butter. And then just a little bit of oils. If it does end up as a bar, oh well. At least I know it still has good products. Ooh, that smells fresh. This is the organic unrefined raw cocoa butter, and it looks like this. As you can see, it is very much solid. And then we have the shea butter. Okay, it smells like shea butter. This one is more of a butter, I guess. I forgot which one I said first. Totally forgot which one I said to use the least amount of. See, I'm about to mess all of this up. Okay, so more shea butter than cocoa butter. Okay. So, I probably should have got a spoon. I did not think this through. And I'm in my office right now recording this, where I normally record like my sit down videos. Maybe I should have done this in my kitchen because I'm gonna have to go downstairs to heat this up. But we're just gonna do what it do. So I'm gonna start by just, let's see. Oh my God, you heard me. Wow, you are the best. I used a little bit of this shea butter. put it in the bowl. I don't know, I probably should get like a towel. I just did not think this through. So I've put about half of the jar of the shea butter into this. I'm now gonna add a little bit of jojoba oil. I'm just gonna go downstairs now and warm this up so that it's melted. While I'm doing that, I'm also going to warm up a little bit of this cocoa butter just so that it's a little bit softer. So I will be right back. So I am back, and as you can see, I microwaved the shea butter, and it's pretty much a liquid for the most part. I also microwaved just a little bit of the cocoa butter, and it said to add that very slowly. So first I'm going to lightly whip this cocoa butter. Let's see how this goes. So I whipped that for about 10 seconds, and as you can see, it's pretty much just all liquid. I'm wondering if I should have not melted this. I'm gonna add some more shea butter because it's pretty soft. As you can see, it scoops right out. So I'm gonna add more of that because I do want a lot. And if this is a fail, like I said, as far as being whipped, it's still a lot of great things that I can use for my body. It just won't be in the form that I anticipated. Forget it. I'm just gonna add the entire thing of shea butter. At this point, it is what it is. At least I'll have some good ingredients for my body and my belly. So I'm just gonna add the entire thing, and I'm also gonna use this container to put it in because that mason jar is just a little deep. So maybe I'll put like the extra in the mason jar and just this little bit. I don't know. I don't even know how this is about to work. So. I pretty much emptied the jar of the shea butter. So I'm now going to add some more jojoba oil. And going to whip it again. Okay, so it's actually looking a little bit better. As you can see, it's a little bit thicker, which is a good sign, I guess. I'm gonna look on my phone because there was like a specific technique that person on Pinterest used. Measure out your shea butter into small chunks with a knife. Add it into a small deep bowl. Okay, that's what I did. Start with the shea butter. Okay, so I've done that at room temperature with a standard hand mixer on high speed until it appears white, fluffy, and smooth. Oh, so I think I kind of messed up when I melted the shea butter. I wasn't supposed to do that. Oh well. Little by little, add your melted cocoa butter mixture, which I haven't done yet, so I haven't all the way messed up. Thoroughly whipping with a mixer after each addition. You really want to add as little as possible each time. If you add too much at one time, you can end up with a puddle. And then add your essential oil to the body butter at the very end. Whip until clay and essential oil are mixed in. Let the body butter cool down. It will get fluffier as it rests. Okay, I did read somewhere else that you could freeze it for about 10 minutes to get it back kind of hardened and then begin whipping again. I'm gonna just whip it some more and see if it becomes fluffier, but I'm not gonna add any of the cocoa butter, the melted cocoa butter, not gonna add any of that yet until the end, as well as the vitamin E oil. I did add the jojoba oil, which is fine. It still just kind of looks the same. So what I'm gonna do is go put this in the freezer for about 5 minutes to kind of see if it will harden. Okay, so I actually kept it in the freezer for about like 10 minutes because I got caught up watching a YouTube video. It's actually in a good form. As you can see the inside, but when I press down, like, see how it's like hardening, but it's not too soft or too hard. So now I'm gonna try and whip this. Putting it in the freezer was such an amazing idea because as you can see, this is like the perfect consistency. It's not exactly whipped per se, but it's in like a butter form. Like, it's definitely something that I can work with. So I'm now going to add, oh, I gotta scrape these sides because those froze kind of fast. This is what it's looking like right now, and I'm just going to whip this again on high. This is the consistency that we're looking at right now. So it's definitely looking better. Now that we have this whipped, I'm going to start adding the cocoa butter oil. So this is the cocoa butter oil, and it said to add just little by little. So I'm just gonna add that much for now, and I'm gonna whip that. Add a little bit of the vitamin E oil, and I know that vitamin E oil is extremely thick, so I don't want too much. I'm also just gonna add 5 drops of the lavender. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is all. And I'm gonna whip this up one good time. I just whipped that extremely well. So it's looking really, really good. I'm going to go and clean out this container really quickly because I want to use it for this belly butter opposed to the mason jar. This will be a little bit easier to put my hand in and it's not as deep, so I will be right back. All right, so I am back from cleaning this out. I got it pretty good, so I'm just gonna use this. And now I'm just gonna start transferring everything from the jar into this container. And after that, I will test it out on my belly to see how it feels. The real test will be after 24 hours. So I will check back in tomorrow so that we can see if it indeed stayed in whip form. All packed into this jar for the most part. I think it's pretty full. This is the top. And I just have a little bit left, which I don't even want to waste it. It's not even that much. It really is not that much at all. But I wonder if there's something, I may have something I can put it in. This consistency is absolutely amazing. It's super whipped. It looks so good. It's super thick. So I'm now gonna try some just to see how it feels on my belly. This is my belly currently. Oh wow, this is so soft. Oh my goodness. This is so soft and moisturizing. I'm really pleased by how amazing that feels on my belly. It is for sure gonna keep it moisturized, and I love how it's organic, real, 100% ingredients in a real product. So instead of me buying something for $60 for a one-time use, I still have an entire jar of cocoa butter left. I did use all the shea butter, but I still have a ton of jojoba oil left, and I still have an entire jar pretty much of vitamin E oil and the lavender oil. So for what I spent for all of this, I can remake many times for one jar that will go away in probably a month of this. I can use this on my entire body, and I'm really excited to see how this is gonna be on my baby, because I don't wanna use, you know, a lot of harsh ingredients on him. So I'm definitely going to be making more of this and keeping this in our house because this feels amazing. Like I said, I will follow up tomorrow morning to see how well it does overnight. We will see if it stays in this form or if it turns into solid, which if it does, I may just get like a little wooden stick because the way that this feels is absolutely amazing. So it is now day 2, and it's been almost 24 hours since I made the belly cream, and I want to show you what it looks like the next day because one of my major concerns would be if it would still be whipped or would it go to, you know, return to solid form. Here is the cream the next day, and this is what it looks like. Did not return to solid form. Like if you look very closely, if I squeeze it, it like comes out. And then also, if I rub it, that is what it looks like after just rubbing it up. So it's still in like a butter form. Let's see how it feels on my belly today. So this is what we've got so far. I could probably use a little bit more, but oh, it's still so smooth. So it is a success. It definitely worked. That belly butter was a success. I'm so happy that it ended up working. It smells really good. Of course, it has like a shea butter, cocoa butter smell. I don't really smell the lavender at all, but I'm glad that I put some in there. Maybe I'll use more next time for as much as I made. Once I run out, I'll make some more, and I may switch up the ingredients a little bit, but this stuff is the truth. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you choose to make some of your own, make sure you let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys next video.